Hey, I want to let y'all know I'm not with Donald Trump no more. I don't support him. I don't like him. I think he's a corrupted leader. And, yeah, it took me a while to come to that conclusion, but I finally am coming to it. I do not like the guy at all. The first thing for me was he didn't release the Epstein files. They're even acting like they didn't exist. And then, of course, they're sending Israel and Ukraine all of our tax dollars, just like the numbnuts before him did. Putting America last. And now he's blaming the beef farmers for the price of beef. Hey, I'm not biased, man. He talked a good game. He tricked me. I was fooled. I admit it. Okay, now let me tell you how bad I think this is, though. This is really this bad, guys. I want y'all, if you're a Christian, I want you to get into Revelation 13:3, and I want you to read that verse. Yeah, about the Antichrist, about the one who was fatally wounded in the head. Then he was miraculously healed, and the whole world marveled at him and said, no man can make war with him. Yeah, I do think that Donald Trump is that beast of Revelation 13:3. Yeah, go read it. Go read it. There ain't another man that's ever walked the planet that fits Revelation 13:3. Then read the rest of the chapter, and it'll tell you the mark of the beast is coming in 42 months. Now, I'm not saying that I know that Donald Trump is this man of Revelation 13:3. I'm just saying he's the only one who could be right now. Go read Revelation 13. He's the only man that fits that description. Yeah, and I'm totally done with the dude. He's done to me. He's done. He's a goner. He's compromised. He's right up there with the rest of the pedophiles, man. And it sucks to say that because I supported him for a long time, but he's a good actor. And he had me fooled for a long, long time. God bless y'all and thank you.
This is UFC fighter Bryce Mitchell. Before you applaud him, understand who this guy is.
I honestly think that Hitler was a good guy based upon my own research, not my public education indoctrination. I really do think before Hitler got on meth, he was a guy to go fishing with. He fought for his country. He wanted to purify it by kicking the greedy Jews out that were destroying his country and turning them all into gays. They were gaying out the kids. They were queering out the women. They were queering out the dudes. They were, you know what her first tranny surgery ever was? Happened to be in Germany before Hitler took over. You know the books that everybody makes fun of Hitler burning? You know what the books was? Queer books. Hitler burned queer books because Hitler didn't want a bunch of queers destroying his nation. They can't produce children.
But what,
okay.
He's a big fan of Hitler. When asked by one presenter if he had to change his nickname, what would it be? Here was Mitchell's answer.
White power.
You're talking about in your shots. You got power in your shots.
Power in the Holy Spirit.
And white nationalism.
Or kill that guy that was killing everybody. Mm-hmm. And there should have been zero hesitation. Zero. And I'll say the exact same thing that I got censored for on Ariel Helwani's. The government is getting involved in some of these shootings. And in this one, I believe they were ordered to stand down. I believe they were ordered to stand down, sit outside that school while innocents were shot, so that they could have a narrative to come and take AR-15 specifically. And I'll say it again, what I said on Ariel's. I will die before I hand over that gun. I'll die in a shootout where I get starved to death, because as soon as they take your guns, they're going to starve your ass to death. Just like they did the Jews back in. And Ariel was hating on me. Ariel was saying that, he wasn't exactly hating on me, but he said I spread misinformation. Well, let me tell you a fact, okay? Government took the guns from those citizens in Germany before the Nazis came a couple years later, rounded them up and starved them to death. So I'm just telling you what happens, and I maintain the same position. And if I get censored again, I get censored again. But I believe that there was something weird going on with that school shooting. I believe they're trying to find any reason they can to take our guns, and I believe I won't give it to them. I'd rather die. We need to arm school teachers who can be trained and proven that they're efficient with guns. We need to arm them. We need to arm pilots. If you can fly a plane, you can operate a 22 pistol
caliber. Yeah.
Our pilots need to all have guns. If you can, if I trust you with my life to take off a plane and land it, that takes much more skill than point blank shooting somebody with the 22 pistol. So
a proud conspiracy theorist, like his comments on Uvalde, where he said, I did an interview with Ariel Helwani and I went on there and said that the government is doing some school shootings. They're letting some of them happen. And they're also like the Las Vegas shooting. I believe that was a government collusion. The Las Vegas shooting was too suspicious. Too many things didn't line up. A couple months later, you have Uvalde, Texas. A T word, which is a slur, gets an AR, maybe not a T word, but a guy that's dressing up like a girl. He was a kid. I guess he was 18 years old. I don't know if he was a T word or what he was, but he dressed up in skirts and stuff, and he goes in with his AR-15 and starts killing people in the school in Texas. On Trump being the Antichrist, IBN wrote, his reasoning stems from a mix of familiar political grievances and dark prophecy. The UFC star would share, the first thing for me is he didn't release the Epstein files. They're acting like they don't exist. And of course, they're sending Israel and Ukraine all of our tax dollars, just like the numbnuts before him, Joe Biden, did. And now he's blaming the beef farmers for the price of beef. The outlet would continue. Mitchell's striking accusation, while shocking from a former supporter, is not an isolated idea. It taps directly into a detailed analysis, such as one titled The Beasts of Apocalypse, which examines the figures of Trump and Musk through the lens of Revelation 13. The perspective argues that Trump mirrors the beast of the sea, a leader given immense authority, deceiving nations, and demanding worship. The analysis points to Trump's near mythological status among his followers as evidence.
You know who I'm disappointed with? Donald Trump. We trusted you, brother. And the first week in office, you're going to have him peddle these vaccines. Like, dude, do you think we're stupid, Donald? Do you think that we're going to go buy this vaccine and inject it into our bodies after what happened during Corona? Trump, what are you doing, brother? Why would you ever let this fool on a podium trying to sell his garbage to the American people? So I'm mad at Donald Trump because he lets Larry Ellison sit up there and sell these poisonous vaccines. And they're AI. Yeah, we're going to use AI technology now. Yeah, I'm sure you are. You know, these people ain't scientists. They can't even spell science. Most of these guys can't.
What I think gets me, and what I think gets others as well, is that Bryce Mitchell is one of those Nick Fuentes types. They adore Hitler. And they think Trump hasn't gone far enough. That is likely where he's coming from. He can say all this stuff about Epstein. Fine, we're in agreement. He could say we should stop sending tax dollars to Israel. The problem is his basis for stating something like that is rooted in anti-Semitism. Mine, as an American Jew, is saying I don't want to see innocent kids getting brutally killed. That's the difference here. It's similarly with Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is an anti-Semite. So when she says we should stop arming Israel, it comes from a very bad place. And yet, it isn't lost on me that a lot of these people who are on the very far right want Trump to go further than he already has, which should tell you a lot. So have some pause before you say, oh, see, another one. There we go. Another one turning against Trump. And really, that's not it. And we need to think a little deeper than what he's just stating in a 1 to 2 minute video. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.